Look at that. Is that incredible? How many cages total are going to be in here?
38.
38 cages? This is just mental.
It's a little over 3,800 square feet.
You think he loves his lizards?
We love our lizards. We love ourselves,
I think
right?
so. PD, look at this, guys. Look at that shot. The truth is I've had a bromance with this guy even before I actually met him. Check out this pond.
Yeah, this pond is loaded with brim.
She's laying eggs. Look at this, guys. That is so cool, man. This is like Jerry's summer camp. Is what we're trying. Wolf World Summer Camp.
We sincerely thank all of you happy campers out there. Your support makes a real difference in our efforts here at Kamp Kenan. This week's shout out goes to Brandon Vidmar. Thank you for all you do and for loving reptiles.
What's going on, everybody? Hanging out here at the brand new and improved Wolf's World, to be honest. This is awesome. Jerry's hanging out. My first time seeing his new property. You guys are going to see it also. It's amazing, man.
I love it.
Oh my God, I didn't think there would be anything better than the last house, but this is so much more you, dude.
It's funny, I watched you go through the same emotions that I went through.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to move out of Jupiter, and you were upset that I was moving out of Jupiter, but I had already gotten to the point where I was in love with this property and excited about it.
And I was kind of bummed
you
to lose it.
were trying to like bring me down.
I'm sorry.
Now you're out here, you're gonna get it.
This is a really cool spot. So you're now he's a bit further north, about 48 miles away from where we first started our friendship, you know, in Jupiter. But guys, 4.5 acres. You can pretty much do whatever you want. You could explode things. I mean, this is like a guy's fun. Like, you could shoot, you could like ride dirt bikes, you could do whatever you want out here. It's awesome.
Whatever you want.
And what he's doing is have a look at this. Look at that. Is that incredible? Those are going to be the new monitor cages. So Jerry's been out here with his mom. She's been helping him out. We're going to see her a little bit later on. She's amazing. And show me what's going on, buddy.
All right.
Explain
well,
this to us.
This first area is Kenan inspired.
Oh, really?
This will be double doors, maybe an active and a passive door.
Okay.
And I want this to be like a play area.
No
like,
way.
You know, like Slinky's cage, the way you have the water running and everything in here. I want to have something like that in here, and then I can bring an animal out that I want to film that day.
Okay.
And put them in an area with all the plants and the running water and actually film them in a semi-natural environment.
Well, I know the people that do that. So we got to get Aquascape out here. I mean, can you imagine walking over a bridge, Jerry? Like, you could have a stream and, you know, a pooling area. I mean, the plants. Can you imagine just to get into the reptile cages, you come over this really cool area that he just explained.
It's basically like 12 by 50 feet.
Yeah, this is
actually over 50 feet.
This is amazing, man. So you do that, then what are we gonna do? Walk through another door? Just have that open?
Another door.
Okay. So.
And the secondary reason for this area is now I have 2 double rows of cages, right?
Gotcha, yeah.
Now what if I have a male over here in this row?
Okay.
That is tame,
okay.
quasi-tame, and I want him to be put with a female over there. And you know me, like, I want a cage within a cage. I like the security factor.
Yeah, of course.
So like I don't want to be part of any problems. If that male, if I bring him out of that hallway, if he'll follow food like a drumstick, I can walk him right through here, into the other hallway, into the other cage.
This is really cool. Check it out, what he's talking about. So imagine this is like a really cool area. It's enriching, but the animals can be transferred without any concern about them escaping. You know?
It's always within another cage.
But how many cages total are going to be in here, do you think? Do you know yet?
I think it's 38.
38 cages?
38 cages. Maybe it's more than that.
That's a lot of monitor lizards, bro. You are going to be the monitor master.
They don't all have to be full.
Okay, but it's always
the
good.
idea of having a couple empty, and that's the thing. I've always been maxed out since I started. Right. I've always been housing some animals in temporary cages. Like, I would like to have a couple extra.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I mean, guys, I know what it takes to build something. You know, I've built my property, and just building with Jerry Slinky's enclosure. This is just incredible, bro. Like, your talents are
It's a bit overwhelming at times,
I would imagine so.
especially with the time frame to do it.
Holy smokes.
But I've gotten myself where I'm just gonna complete 3 cages in this row,
Okay.
3 cages in this row, and then this row over here is the one that I need to get done.
But now with the roof, you're gonna have to throw up like cross braces too, right?
Yeah, they'll be 2x4x12s running this way with a cross brace.
Holy smokes, man. Look at this, guys. Come on down here. This is just mental. They're all good sized cages for these monitors.
And you know what I changed, Kenan?
What's that?
I had all random sizes because at first I only started with 2 cages and then I started adding on to it.
Yeah.
And I've now know which animals require more of the walking space, and the males seem to pace and use the space in their enclosures better. And the females, a lot of them like the security. They seem happier in the smaller cages.
Interesting. That's
Especially
really cool.
when they get to the point of producing eggs. They like to feel more secure. So when you put the 2 animals together with the doors that I do, like there'll be a door for the male in this 10x12 to get to the woman,
That's fine,
female that's in the 5x12. There'll be the door, and they're still in a large cage.
Right.
They're in a 15x12 when they're together.
Incredible.
But she'll have that security. You know, the wood wall goes up to here, so she won't visually see him when she's trying to lay her eggs. I'm moving the water monitors to the front side and moving their lay box to the back. That way, when I walk down the hallway, I can see if she's in the lay box, where that was a problem. I had to walk in and go around the corner and look.
It's funny, these little tweaks.
Eliminating problems.
Exactly, like it's almost like the first place was your little prototype area, and now you're really, this is going to be total function.
I'm sure I'll finish all this and then learn something else.
Hey, that's animals. That's animals, dude.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is, you got 4.5 acres. This is a massive structure, and it doesn't look out of place on this property.
It looks
looks
small.
good.
I mean, it's big, but
it is big.
It's not
what's
offensive.
what's the whole footprint of this whole thing? Do you
It's
know?
a little over 3,800 square feet.
3,800 square foot. My home is only 2,200 square feet. Livable space. Do you think he loves his lizards?
We love our lizards more than we love ourselves.
I think
right?
so, dude.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Not to mention, though, that his human habitat is beautiful. We got to walk through there. Really cool stuff. But we're going to walk back through and show you some more things. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but his shop is going to be incredible. So this is so cool. And look, there's some big pilings that you're going to use. I mean, this all came with the spot.
So they had a nursery back here, and that's what these. Oh, you'll find this interesting. They actually have a well with multiple zones.
No
and
way.
the zones run this plumbing. So I will be able to run zones and do like a shower head system or a drip system where I get running water on all of their waters for like an hour a day.
Perfect.
Because, you know, that gets those water monitors excited.
It's-
When they hear the water, you turn a hose on and they start tongue flicking. They love it.
Because they're active. You know, these are animals that are active during rainy seasons. They like, even my tortoises like to see agitated water. It draws them to it. It stimulates their need or want to drink. So that's really cool, dude.
So I'll utilize those zones for the water monitors, probably on 2 zones. And then I will also use it to overflow the water for the chickens and the turkeys and the other future animals that I want to have out here.
So the chickens you're going to raise for eggs for yourself and the monitors, and
Yes.
possibly, you know, anything that passes away, you can
And
just feed
quail is a food source for us.
Awesome. Yeah.
And turkeys maybe for Thanksgiving. I want to raise my own.
That's awesome,
I wanna
man.
raise
That's
mine.
really cool. Again, just like things like this, I get excited about, guys. Just seeing all these poles here. These are big telephone poles that have been cut to a nice manageable size. This is great stuff to build with, and with someone creative like Jerry, I'm sure you're going to have a heck of a time, man.
I love older materials
Yeah.
like this and repurposing, you know.
Yeah, very rustic. I don't know if I ever showed you his old man cave that he had, but it was like one of the coolest outdoor bar areas I've
One of
ever
the
seen.
hardest things to leave there.
Yeah,
And
but as you'll see in a moment, he's got some plans for his workshop. So again, look at all this material though. I mean, all this stuff can come in handy. And man, I almost want to put some bike stuff out here as well. This is kind of fun,
Didn't
dude.
you say there were some good trails out here?
There are some trails not far away. Matt and I are
Grassy
gonna go explore
waters.
them. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. But
Grassy Island. I
Grassy
think.
Island, yeah, that's awesome. I haven't ridden there yet, but this is great, dude. And there's no neighbors are gonna be getting on your case. You're in an agricultural area.
There's neighbors.
There are neighbors, but
Cows.
cows.
Every afternoon, Pete's at the fence talking to him.
Oh my God, Pete's the best dog ever. There he is, Petey. But look at this, guys. Look at that shop. And he's got big plans for this area. Let's go show you what he's going to plan to do. Now, you mentioned about potentially doing some kind of tour situation, or like, because you're a great, you're an avid outdoorsman, fisherman. Like, you're thinking about doing stuff like that. Is that still on the menu?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's one of our big discussions.
Yeah.
And I mean, one of my primary reasons for doing the YouTube, I'm not comfortable in front of the camera. I'm learning to be more comfortable.
Seemed good to me, dude.
It was a secondary purpose for all of that. All of what had already invested at the other house. Like, building all these cages, and what if we're not allowed, you know.
Oh, we were worried, yeah.
Your purpose is education, and your YouTube channel, I wanted to breed monitors.
Yeah.
And what if we can't next week, next month, next year? What am I gonna do with that massive investment?
Right.
So the YouTube channel gave me a second purpose for all that. So it's not all wasted effort.
Gotcha.
But this is also another idea and a future purpose for everything that I'm building.
And see, that's what's cool about Jerry and his channel, is he's not just reptiles. There's so much more to this guy. And that's what, the truth is I've had a bromance with this guy even before I actually met him, because he drove around this big deuce and a half, right? What was it, like some crazy military vehicle? He messes with trucks. He messes with fishing. He messes with building things. He also loves animals. So Jerry is what I call a Swiss Army dude. This guy, if you need a bottle opener, he can do it. If you need something built, he knows how to do it. He's just very intelligent when it comes to things like this. Whereas you know, that's not my talent. I've been learning more, especially soaking some information up off of you. But that's what's cool about your channel, is you'll do anything.
Yeah.
And watching, I just think it's interesting when people get the opportunity to go to a channel and watch you create your own living space and inspire them to do the same. And like this, dude, I'm jealous. This is an amazing place. Not jealous, but like, I'm happy for you. I think this, I was worried about when he was leaving his place, because it was, I know what it takes to build, okay?
I really wanted you to come out here and see the excitement for this land.
Yeah.
That's what I fell in love with out here, was the land.
I'm emotional for you, man.
House,
like,
I mean, I was looking at little houses that were little 1-1s. Like, I don't care. I really don't care about the
he's
house.
a little bit further out, off the beaten path, and it sucks that he and I are now further apart because we were so tight. But
not a bad drive.
It's not a bad drive, and I think there's so much opportunity here for you. But look at this. Come here. Check this out. We're stationary. You know, he's got all the toys. This is going to become your new man cave. Is that right?
So I'll have a big cooking area.
Okay.
I have a large custom-built couch, outdoor couch that I have at the other property. Fire pit.
Right. The big sofa.
TVs, the big sofa. Like, so it'll be an entertaining area.
Awesome.
With a bar, and I can cook and entertain for people. And this is the idea, and I'll show you where I'm thinking about on this property.
All right, so the idea, I'm gonna sneeze here. Hold on. Okay, but yeah, by the way, this guy can cook. He cooks what he catches. So I've had some of the best fish fry ever in my life with Jerry. What were we eating that day? What were we eating?
Snook.
Snook. We were eating some snook. It was amazing.
Nothing's better than snook.
No, man, it's a nice white light fish, and it's amazing. Okay, so don't walk too far backwards, buddy. Flip it. Check out this pond.
Swimming.
Look at this pond, man.
At first I thought it was a blank slate, because when we came over here, there were no fish.
Okay.
But I think they were hiding because the old owners let their workers, there's some wood ducks across the pond there.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, look at that.
They let them cast net off the dock, and all the fish were terrified. But now it's a totally different scenario. My mom has been out here every morning feeding the fish, and she has them trained. In fact, you can see the agitation in the water, the fish.
There they are, yeah.
Yeah, they're,
oh man.
This pond is loaded with brim. They're like piranhas.
That's so cool. Yeah, man, I'll throw some bread out.
So
like being a kid again.
I'd like to get a fish feeder out here. I don't see any shiners in here, and I haven't seen any specks, but brim and bluegill and bass, they're here in numbers.
Wild, man. That is so cool. Holy smokes. So, I mean, and you said there's a couple of turtles in here?
Yes.
We gotta get some more turtles
There's
in
one
here.
big soft shell, and then a couple.
What do you guys think? Pretty cool, huh? There's so much potential to this place, and it's really in a cool part of Florida. You know, you're not too far from Jupiter, you're not too far from all kinds of hunting grounds, you're not far from fishing. It's just a really, really cool spot. You're in Okeechobee County.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's Central Florida, right near the big lake, Lake Okeechobee, which is just an amazing recreational area, and still pretty warm. I mean, it's not like it's gonna be, you're much colder than me.
Winter will be a concern. It's
Okay.
going to be colder out here for sure.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna have to take some things a little bit further as far as insulating boxes.
Gotcha.
And even better heat mats. You know, I got away with just the 240 watt heat mats. I think I need to run a 110 with
Okay.
a thermostat on the roof now and get that ambient temperature better inside of the hide.
But he has been kind of dancing around what his thoughts were. The thoughts are to perhaps build a structure where people can come stay.
Like a tiny home or something cool.
Okay.
And we can walk over there. It looks small from here, but when you walk over
Let's
there,
go walk over there. Because I want you guys to get this in your heads, because maybe you're going to want to take a trip. Because we're talking about, you know, he would run fishing trips, and you can see the animals. And then as part of that, we might even bring a group of people down to the camp that they can, you know, see what I've got going on as part of a package deal. You know, these are all just things we're talking about.
well, like when you get an Airbnb
Yep.
in some destination, or when my family would go to Costa Rica, you would rent your place, and then if you tried to sign up for certain activities on days, you'd have a first, second, third pick for that day.
Okay.
And I could have a menu of stuff. I have friends that are bass fishing guides on Lake Okeechobee, airboat tours, swamp buggy rides,
Wow.
snook fishing in Jupiter. We can go night fishing in Jupiter.
Cool.
We could go to, we can do a tour at your place.
Go through
obviously
Corbett,
a feeding here.
Yeah.
There's a whole menu of things that could be done, and they can plan their weekend and have like a totally packed, fun-filled weekend, and spend more or less depending on what they want to do.
Yeah.
But this area right here,
This is great.
I could build a tiny home with a deck. It's still, I mean,
Yeah,
look
you
at-
still see
look
that
at your
beautiful
view.
pond. Look at it.
right outside of your place is a view of that beautiful pond, and I could do like a nice big dinner on Friday night in my entertaining area,
but
and
yeah,
start the weekend off.
Start
that
the
way.
weekend off that way. You can even cook what you guys catch, things like that. There's a lot of cool opportunities. It's a really fun idea, and it's a cool way to actually do an immersive experience with a local who knows what's going on, which is key, man. Like so many times, you know, people like us, okay, you watching us, I don't want to go to like Costa Rica and do touristy things. I don't want to go to Florida and do a touristy thing. I always have a better time when I make friends with the locals. And they're like, yo, we got this place to ride that no one else knows about. Or, hey, I've seen this fertile ants over here. When it feels like more of an adventure. And I think that's kind of what people want and what I would want. So it's kind of neat that like you're entertaining this idea, because, you know, I think you're definitely a hospitable guy, and you're a knowledgeable guy. And I think I just saw something jump into the water. I think I just saw a fish actually jump.
Yeah, the young
That's
bass
crazy.
are hitting the small brim along the shoreline.
ADD, squirrel. Anyway, it's like things are just, I see the potential in this place. And it's amazing, Jerry. Like I said earlier, he was saying I was poo-pooing. I'm like, oh, you gotta live all the way out there, man.
You're bringing me down.
I know, because I was losing my buddy. But now I get it. This is really, really cool. And to be honest, I could live in a place like this out here. You know what I mean? What do you got? What do you see?
Is there a turtle right there on the shore?
That it is. That
Is
looks
it?
like it. Is that a turtle
Yep,
making his way?
100%.
Is it?
Yep.
Right here?
Maybe it's not.
No,
when we get
no,
closer.
maybe not. Is it?
You're out of your mind. That's definitely a
It's a
turtle.
turtle.
Yeah,
Is
it's a
it just
turtle.
the shell? It's the shell. It's a shell of.
It's
No, it's a
definitely a
turtle.
turtle.
And she's laying eggs. She just got done laying eggs. Look at this, guys. That is so cool, man. Oh, you know that's a good sign. When that's a beautiful cooter, my God. She's awesome. She just got done laying eggs. Jerry, this is awesome, bro. I can't believe it. And what a way to kind of christen, to get some good vibes with this video. We have a turtle nesting right here, a Florida cooter, very common species out here. And she's gorgeous, man. Look at the beautiful colors on her shell. So I think this is a good sign, buddy. I think this is, like, that's amazing. Is that a turtle over there? How funny is that? And I love Petey. Petey doesn't even care.
Doesn't care.
Petey's not bothering her.
I told him once, no, don't mess with other small animals, and he leaves them alone.
Yeah,
he will
that's
chase
funny.
a squirrel, though.
That is funny. It's actually, this is kind of interesting. I'm wondering, is that actually a red-eared slider?
Yeah.
I think it's a red-ear. I wanted to extend her head. I think it's a red-eared slider, in which case they're non-native, but hey, they're established here in Florida.
Ooh, it does have an orange mark on its...
right behind its eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, there should be a larger one. So I was gonna say that's why it was such a colorful cooter. It's actually, it looks like a red-eared slider. So you could dig up those eggs, man, and you know.
Well, if they're not allowed, then I can't hatch them. So.
No, feed them off to some of the monitors if you wanted to, you know, keep them from reproducing. Yeah, it looks like a red-ear. How funny is that, huh? So random. It's a turtle, though. I'm psyched. What a way to end the video, man.
Very cool.
That is so cool, dude. All right, we'll let her do her thing. Jerry, man, congratulations, bro. I'm so happy for you, man. Just seeing this has changed my tune. I'm backing you. I was always on Team Jerry, but I just hated that he was leaving me. But man.
But we'll have other adventures out here.
Oh yeah,
like,
we will.
You'll be able to come out, and we'll be able to. Look, I have seen so many snakes on this property. Black racers, red rats, corn snakes, and I could set tins along the fence line, or like plywood with like little 2x2 standouts, and set little habitats, and we can go and check them and see some of the native wildlife.
That's so cool. The other thing Matt mentioned was building a ramp at the end of your dock so we could jump the bikes in, like do some lake jumping and just have a hell of a fun time.
Spare plywood. You guys
this is like Jerry's summer camp is what we're doing. Wolf's World Summer Camp. Awesome, guys. Let me know what you guys think of Jerry's new place, and follow along on Wolf's World to watch the transformation. Of course, I'll be back up to see when he's done more, and when those cages are done, we'll do a big video seeing all the animals. We'll probably need my hand moving some animals.
Yeah,
so we're gonna have to move animals up here, but my gosh, this is incredible, man. Incredible. I thought I worked hard last week doing my warehouse. You've got a lot more work to do, and it's never ending.
A lot more to go.
All right, buddy. Congrats, man.
Thanks for coming out.
Stoked for you. How awesome. Let me know what you guys thought of the place in the comments below. And I already said, go to check out Wolf's World on YouTube and Instagram. See you guys.